Welcome, viewers. We are back with another episode of Clarity Chats, and this time we're going to talk about the environment, Mother Nature. We have with us Fahed, who, just like all of us, loves the environment, but maybe a little bit more. And he does what he does to ensure that our future generations can enjoy this environment. Fahed, welcome to Clarity Chats.
Thank you for having me in.
And we are so glad to have you on our podcast. For the interest of the viewers, we would love to know about yourself and your achievements.
Okay. A personal trainer, a musician is another hat I wear as well. Passionate about nature. I love nature so much. I had the honor to be invited to many different talks, like TED Talks, TEDx, 3 to 4 times. I don't really like to talk about achievements, but I would say my best achievement ever would be is sharing the love to nature with many people, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that, guys. That is such a good way to put it. Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
I think, to be honest, that's the best way. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just made me think about my own goals in life. Wow. Yeah, amazing, Fahad. So, Fahad, if you had to describe environment in your words, what would it be without going to the textbook description?
The environment. The environment will be basically the space that you live as an organ with other species as well. So the environment is a space that you don't actually own, but it's also a space you're responsible about.
Absolutely.
That's how I see the environment.
Yeah. It's an ecosystem.
Yes, it can be. If you're going to go from a biological perspective, it is an ecosystem that many species stays and lives in it.
Yeah,
But I would say it's more of a space that we are responsible about.
Correct.
To live in healthy.
And all of us are responsible about it.
100%.
It's not just his, mine, or just yours. It's everybody's responsibility. So saying that, Fahad, what does it say on your T-shirt?
It says in Arabic, Al-ardu alayna amana. And I really emphasize on the word amana because amana is a very beautiful Arabic word that shows so much attention of how responsible we really have to take care of anything around us without the sense of ownership. So we don't really have sometimes to own something to be responsible about it, but we have to be responsible about the way we live and the environment, as we mentioned, which is the space that we are living at.
Yeah. Guys, extraordinary words.
No, amana is absolutely
extraordinary words, guys.
I believe so much in the Arabic language.
Yeah,
and
it's a beautiful, beautiful language.
Yeah.
And the more you dig into it, you realize the messages that are lying beneath each word have a wide meaning. And absolutely, you nailed it, being responsible for even things that you don't own.
100%. I mean, we have to be responsible because that's our attention, it's our energy. The more we are responsible about our attention and our energy, the healthier we live.
Absolutely.
So that's how it goes, yeah.
So you are kind of a well-followed figure on a lot of social media platforms.
Alhamdulillah.
So what initiatives do you lead in saving the environment, and which has led to this fan following of yours?
So there's an initiative called Move Green. It's more of an environmental movement, and it's been inspired through arts, through music, through this little song that I strummed in the beginning with. And the beauty of it is every time I leave it to think that it would stop by its own, I still see people still sometimes engaging with this movement, which is in a social media platform called Move Green. and people still picking up the trash from here and there, and they keep tagging it. So yeah.
It's nice. So that makes me intrigued a little bit. How did you come about and zeroing in on using music for this initiative?
I picked music for many reasons, to be honest. Music, it creates a musical memory. I'm sure everyone has a special memory that's related to a music or a song based on who they know or a place they used to go to, or a wonderful memory through times with family, friends, a place, I'm sure, because music builds a wonderful musical memory. And this memory, most of the time, it's responsible of building a great moment and cultivating a moment that shapes our personalities now. Sometimes we are not aware, but even the songs we sing, it's also sometimes part of our character
Yeah.
without realizing that. So I picked music because also music makes you listen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
And most of the time, people doesn't want to listen. So this is why I picked music in the first place.
Yeah. And it helps them relate,
Yes.
even when they are humming your song. Probably. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I need to go pick this.
100%. And this is what I've seen sometimes, people singing it and doing some cleanups. Sometimes humming it, as you said, and they're getting some cleanups. So it's beautiful how music really connects some wonderful memories. And I choose to have music also to connect with some environmental cause.
Amazing. So when did you start all this? What was that moment which led you, I need to do something?
That was in end of 2018, the beginning of 2019. No, maybe even before that. Around 2018, I would say, but I don't remember exactly when. But it happened on stages, to be honest.
Okay.
I love nature and I love working out outdoors. And then there's a moment where I find out, oh, there is some crazy stuff happening outdoors. I want to train my clients as a trainer. I want to enjoy nature and to run barefoot sometimes because I love running barefoot. And then there's a time where you will find a mishkak stick, the barbecue sticks. You find them on the floor.
Correct.
Really
on the beach.
on the beach. And that happened. One of my friends complained that it hit him badly on their foot. And that's a bad injury. Yes. And then there's a time you want to enjoy the space.
Correct. You went there for enjoyment and you get injured. Totally uncalled for.
Yes. And sometimes you want a certain peace in that place. You want a good smell. You want to smell the sea.
Correct.
You don't want to smell garbage. Correct. You want to sit and stretch your legs without being annoyed. And sometimes you'll still find this rubbish because it's really disturbing for the eyes, for the nose, for your mental health to see
Absolutely,
this. Yeah. And that's where it triggers me most. I was like, we have to do something about it. And this is where people knows me, how I'm so connected with nature, is the fact that I practice lots of exercise and outdoors in nature. And I appreciate nature so much. And then, I had the honor one of these days to get invited as one of the thinkers to think about how we can lead maybe a positive campaign.
Yeah.
And I realized we have a gap in creativity, and to be more particular in music, to reach this goal of awareness. And back then, nobody really didn't want to listen, I would say, at that moment. But it was a good test as well.
Yeah.
A great test. So I took the initiative and made a song about it.
Okay.
And it worked, and I'm happy so much it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has indeed gone viral, and I think it's gone beyond borders
and
in many countries.
I didn't even record it professionally yet. So
I think that's the beauty of it.
100%. And I think that's going to be the goal, because now I want to have it at some point when people do Instagram stories, when they can put their music, I want it to be one of the lists over there.
Yes, and the beauty that I have noticed is that even non-speakers of the language are singing this song.
Yes. I received one of the beautiful videos. Non-Arabic speakers, they sang the song in Arabic, which was to me very beautiful to see. And they did the cleanup. It was just powerful message.
Yeah.
This is such a
I
powerful
think,
message.
and this proved your thinking that music is a very good means to give a message.
Of course, because music can connect you beyond language.
Absolutely.
Music, and if you're able to create a melody without words
Yeah,
that can send a message, that's universal.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm getting goosebumps.
Honestly, yeah.
You're
And
right.
I think, yeah, because we remember many songs, and sometimes
Correct.
we forget the words, but we remember the feelings and the melody.
You're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes out of the blue, that some song that maybe I was singing when I was a kid just pops up, and there was probably some situation related to it. You just start thinking about it. You're so right. Now that you say it and I think about it, you're right.
Sometimes a TV show, sometimes a cartoon as well, that brings some memories in the back.
Amazing. Uh, so, any initiative in life uh, doesn't really have a smooth ride. There are always challenges around it.
True.
So, did you face challenges? If you did, then what were they, and how did you, tackle them?
Of course, in the beginning, when you talk about the environment as an issue, you realize you're talking not about your only being, you're talking about other species. And in this case, it's lots of people. And of course, other animals as well, like wadi dogs and cats, whatever it is. Trees as well. But I'm going to talk from a perspective of society. When I did this song, I had a bit of understanding of how art works to a certain extent, but I didn't have a full understanding of also how society works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm blessed and grateful that I had a very strong start, but I had to ask many questions. Is why did it work in the first place? Yeah. And then I come to a realization that it's human nature that a human doesn't like to hear the word no.
Yeah.
Human doesn't like the word don't do this and don't do that.
Correct.
And I think this was the problem of many awareness campaigns, because they're gonna push the word no, don't do this, don't do that, and you will still see more garbage.
Absolutely. But sometimes you see garbage next to the signboard.
But yeah, exactly. And there's no surprise on that, because we've been growing to hate the word don't do and don't.
True.
Not to understand it, but knowing there's a sentence had no, you won't want to listen to it.
Yeah.
And this comes even from parenting, Don't go there, don't go here, don't, and then you will end up coming not to want to listen more. So imagine the scenario the same with the signboards. Don't, which is fine. It's just human nature doesn't want to hear the word no. So correct. Music was a very good, what comes to my understanding, music was a good way to come around the word no. And still bring the message of art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
And I think this is really, this is the beauty of art and the beauty of music in general, is you're able to communicate messages and come around some keywords which we weren't aware that they could be a barrier of sending a message.
Yeah. And I also understand that you have done a lot of cleanup exercises where people gather together. And since you said you started maybe in 2018, are there any episodes which were your proud moments that you want to talk about?
Proud moments, to be honest, there are many, but one of my favorite ones, because every cleanup to me is a proud moment.
Yeah.
Every moment that someone's pick up the trash and tag us on that page is a proud moment. Yeah. Because I believe there is no better purpose of someone living to fix something in this world. True. That's a bliss right there. But one of the moments I felt proud and happy and confused as well is we did a beach cleanup one day and lots of people came. This beach cleanup, I was not intending to go. It was in the earlier days that when I started this adventure. And I was called to come at 6 a.m.
Okay.
This group of people, I also ditched them. because I didn't know that who would wake up at 6 a.m. to do a beach cleanup because they got motivated by the song. But then I
Yeah.
felt bad.
Yeah.
Then they asked me to do it again, of course, after sending me videos about it, singing it. So when I went the next time, and then I find out from 4 a.m., people start to gather.
Wow.
And I said to myself, who would come at 4 a.m. and 5 a.m.? All the way. The goal is to reach 6 a.m. to Sifa, to do the cleanup in Sifa. And cars were still coming.
Wow.
You know, that was beautiful to see. We were always pointing out some people here, they don't care about nature. And then you see the other way around. You saw some people do actually care about nature.
Yeah.
It just, they didn't get the message
True.
because of how many no barrier in front of it.
Yeah.
And to me, that was one of the best.
Nice. That must have been a wonderful moment to see
Yes.
so many people with you singing the song and
Yes. To me, that,
cleaning up.
because music brings people together,
Absolutely.
brings the message together.
Yeah.
It was beautiful to see, yeah.
Amazing. Any words of advice for people, you know, who litter even after seeing
I mean,
the
you
messages?
can't advise. This is my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You can't advise a person who litter,
Yeah.
but you can inspire them
Inspire them.
or motivate them.
Absolutely.
Now, it
Well
depends.
said. Well said.
Yeah, inspiring people. Maybe you can show them things can be done better. Show them, or maybe you can encourage them. Motivation can come as a double-edged sword. It can be punishment,
Yeah.
and it can be incentives.
True.
But personally, as an artist, I took the word of inspiration because I think the first thing that a human needs is inspiration,
Absolutely.
because
Yeah.
that's gonna revive their way of feeling, and then from there they're gonna be in the right mindset,
Yeah.
and then encourage them in doing the right habits. Right habits: use less plastic if you can. Yeah. Don't use so much water when you do your cleanings. Be aware, be responsible more. Do realize that you're not the only person who's living on this planet, in this
Absolutely.
place. Yeah. Understand your reason of existence is not based on consuming only, but it's also about giving. And many of us, which I don't blame anyone, and I don't blame actually anyone, because most of us are very knowing of their consuming side, but
Yeah.
they're not knowing about their giving side and how to give back to this environment. And the best way to give back to the environment is just to be responsible about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, I think that's a very important.
Yeah, and join us on the beach
And
cleanup.
do join us,
Yes,
like Fahad just mentioned.
yes,
There are numerous initiatives on cleanup and doing different things for the environment. Saying that, I would like to say that this was an amazing discussion,
I'm happy to hear that.
and I feel like people sometimes just take it for granted, the environment and the things that Mother Nature gives us.
Yeah, because they're not aware.
Yeah.
They're not aware.
And like you said, inspiring people
Yes,
will be the key to bring about this change.
100%. We need more arts. We
More.
don't need more science.
Correct.
We need more artwork
More art.
artists. If there's any artist, that's the time for them to come to step in. We have a real cause. This is what we need: an artist. An artist brings more message in a creative way. Now, I did my part. I'm sure there's many better artists can do even better.
Yeah.
And this is really where I'm encouraging more even artists to step into the scene and to do something about it.
Yeah.
I have all the respect to the all visual artists. Do more of it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if 1% move of the people, 1%, not even 1%, 1% of the people, 1% moves from the people, it's a success.
Yeah. With that, we will leave you with two things. One is a question for you, and I would like to have your comments below. How many of you keep the tap open while brushing your teeth?
That's a good one, huh?
And
good one, yes.
second, Fahad is going to play us his amazing revolutionary song for us. And with that, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Hear the song, and next time probably you go to the beach, sing this song, and you will get inspired to clean the beach.
مطلوب للعدالة يا تارك القمامة، مطلوب للعدالة الأرض علينا أمانة، مطلوب للعدالة يا تارك القمامة، مطلوب للعدالة الأرض تريد إجابة، وهذه الرسالة لكل من نساها، هذه الرسالة الأرض علينا أمانة. All right.